I was just down B&Q getting the stuff for my toilet restoration. Hey, here we are, look. Plasterboard, skirting. 7:30 in the morning. What's that about? Not even had a cup of tea. Right then, boys and girls, on day 2 of this little toilet restoration project. As you can probably see, I've boarded out that back wall, and I've had to do it in cut it into 3 sections on each side, so I can put the adhesive on the back of that, which I've still got to do it at the minute. I'm going to do that in a minute. So yeah, I've got to put the adhesive on the back of them boards, glue that, put tape, scrim tape over the joints. But must bear in mind, I'm not a bloody plasterer, so don't give me no negative comments on plasterboarding or plastering, because I'm not a plasterer, right? I'm an house basher, don't forget it. So yeah, anyway, got to put the board adhesive on the back of these. Like I say, I've had to cut them into 3 sections to get them behind that toilet system, because I can't take that off. Right, so I've got to fix them against that wall that was previously tiled in a minute. I'll give you a close up in a minute as well. Yeah, I've also put a little bit of a shelf going across there, you know, and the owner quite likes that as well. So, but ideal thing to, you know, once that board's pushed back there, glued back there, there would have been a gap there anyway, so ideal. A little bit of a skirt, well, I think it's some sort of skirting board, that just got a bit of a bevel on it there, so I put that on, glued that on yesterday, and I've done all the ceiling, got the angle beads on and scrim taped all the joints. So this is near, once I've glued that back, that's near enough ready to start skimming that is. So we'll see how we get on today. I might just put a skirting board on, don't know, I've not decided. So let me just give you a bit of a close up of this, okay? One thing you should bear in mind, it's an old cottage, a few hundred years old, and nothing is square. There's not one straight angle or anything on this, you know, because I just can't get it. So it's just like guesswork when it comes to cutting it, because you cut what you think to get a square, and then there's a bit missing. But I'll give you a bit of a close up on that. So let me show you a bit of a close up. Right then, boys and girls, as you can see here, look, here's the board on that back wall where the tiles were, and it's you know, you got one length there, and then that piece there, I've had to cut that in 3 bits, because you just can't squeeze it in. So like I say, that's got to be fixed back, so I'm going to do that any minute now. And then yeah, as you can see here, look, bit of timber that I found in his workshop, so I've used that as a shelf, and then, you know, so look, you know, cut that up to what I thought it should be, and there's a big bit missing, so I've had to sort that out, scrim tape it. I've actually insulated in that roof section there, and I've brought this, you know, I don't know if you see that any better or what, but I've actually boarded that section out there as well. And yeah, it's about ready for, it should look quite good when it's all skimmed out and dry actually. I'm probably just going to like paint, because he likes white in this cottage, so I'm probably going to like paint all that section all the way up there in white, and then probably paper them 2 walls and paint them in almond white or something. So yeah, let me get that back section stuck on there. Alright you guys, I'm just going to add this to the video as well, right? It was a little window hidden behind the wallpaper in this room that I decorated about 3 or 4 years ago, and the owner didn't even know it was there, and he's lived here all his life, and he's about 60, and I was decorating the room, and here was a window behind it. And you know what it's like when you paper over a little window, you know, the paper goes hard like a drum, doesn't it? and then it's painted over, and if it, you know, if it's done right, you wouldn't know there was a hole there or something. So here's the window that was hidden behind some wallpaper that the owner never knew about. Check that out. Look, just a little window. I mean, I actually decorated it all. Here's the room, like, I mean, old room, and there's a little window. Didn't even know it was there. It's a bit hard to see, his light's a bit dull, but you know, just about see it. That's like hundreds of years old, that little window. So yeah, thought you might enjoy that, just to see that. Little window hidden in a wall that the owner never knew about. Right, and I've just got this last bit of board to put on this top section here. So I've mixed up the board adhesive. So I'm basically just going to put a few dobs on the board, like so. Being pretty generous with it, because it's you know, it's a little bit sloppy, as they say. You know, I've not mixed it too thick. If you have it, I think if you have it a bit too thick, you find it hard to push into place. So, and just got enough as well. Right, so then basically I've just got all my dobs on there. I'm just going to present it to where it's got to go, push it on, level it up, jobs are good, and leave it to dry. Just give it a bit of a tap, so and that's basically it. I'm just going to put scrim tape over the joints, and when that's dry, that's ready to skim. This is all ready to skim, but I don't think I'm going to, I'll see. Don't think I'm going to start skimming tonight. I might get a skirting board on, because it's gone 12:30 and it's dinner time, and I ain't going to skim all this out in the afternoon, because I'm not a plasterer and it takes me ages, you know what I'm saying. But you know, that's got to dry anyway, so yeah, that looks a lot better than what it was. Right, I'm just plastering this bit now, and basically I'm just like polishing it off a little bit. Don't you just hate that? Start videoing and then some idiot rings you up and spoils the video. Hate that. Means more editing for me, doesn't it? But anyway, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I've spent like all day finishing the plaster work off, because, like, you know, I'm not a plasterer and it just takes me absolutely ages. So yeah, finished that off, rubbed all the walls down, prepped all the walls ready for filling. And one thing you've got to bear in mind when you're doing like restoration projects like this, you know, you can spend all day doing stuff, and like at the end of the day it looks like you ain't done anything. So ideally, if you can, you finish whatever you're doing, And what I'm going to do is fit this skirting board, because it's quite easy to fit. I've just got to glue it on, because like there's no straight angles or straight walls are in, so I've got to glue it on. And like this is like a straw wall, as I said. But the reason I'm putting the skirting board on instead of filling the walls is because it makes it look like you've done more than what you have. If I spent like the rest of the afternoon filling the walls, the customer might come back, oh, it ain't done a lot, you know what I mean? Whereas if I put the skirting board on, it catches their eye as soon as they walk in. They go, oh yeah, look, finish the plastering, finish the skirting board, you know. They're not interested in walls that have been filled. They just want to see something, you know, new for the day, don't they? So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to fit this skirting board so, you know, it makes them feel happy when they come in and inspect your work, because trust me, they'll come in and check what you've done every single day. You might think they're not going to, but they will. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, like I say, this is like a straw and cement wall. So I've cut this bit of skirting board, right, because it's never had skirting board here since it was built like 300 years ago. So I'm putting this skirting board on, and I can't screw it to the wall, because like I say, you know, I don't know where, look, it moves, so I'm not going to screw it. So I've got to use some grip fill. I'm going to grip fill this on. I've actually warmed this up on the radiator, because like they've got them storage heaters where they heat up overnight and then you release the heat in the day or whatever. So I've just warmed, that's nice and warm, so that should be okay. And I've got to glue this skirting board on and then just pin it at the end down here, and probably just put up a few wedges, because nothing's straight, so you just have to do it by eye. So let's get a bit of glue on here. And I hate this grip fill because it's horrible. See, it comes out a lot easier when it's warm as well. But I mean, normally I'll pick this up from work, but I think it's about £5 a bloody tube, this is, so you don't want to be making the dobs too big, do you? If you've got to buy it, you know what I mean? And the problem with this stuff, it just keeps... Just got some on the carpet. I better get that with a bit of turps in a minute. I'm just trying. So anyway, yeah, there it is. Now I've already checked this skirt, so I know what I've got to do with it. Don't want to fit now. That's it. I'm just putting that on top of the skirt so I don't damage the top lip. Like I say, this wall is like just nowhere near straight or anything. So just to get sort of like semi level skirt. As you can see, it like bows in at the top of the wall, so that grip fill's not even touching it. So bloody stuff's coming out already. Waste not, want not, eh? to try and get a few bits just to make sure it seals, sticks to that wall. Right, so there's the first bit of skirting board on there. Right, which is okay. And like then I'll just like gun fill that. Hopefully I'll try and get that on, gun fill that on before I go bed, before we go home. So that's that. Now, like I say, there's no point putting a spirit level or anything on the top of this skirt. It's basically just do it by eye, because nothing's level. Floors are not level, walls not level. So as long as you can get it looking about right, that's should be more than acceptable for anybody. So I've cut that, and you know, I look at that, looks fairly level. The mitre in the corner should be okay with that. So basically just a case of gluing this one here to the wall. Oh, sounds like a gun, doesn't it? Right. So that looks pretty level, pretty upright. See there, you see that's just bowing out, that is. Absolutely not a lot to do about it, but it should be all right. Right, so what I'm going to do with this, I'm actually going to grip fill the top of this one. Better grip fill the top than cork it, isn't it? At least it's gonna, should hold it a bit more. Just hope they don't want to take the skirting board off. You know what I mean? Last tube's just about gone. There you go. I think my tube's just about empty, to be honest. I don't know, a bit more in there. Let's just get some side of that. Like I say, you know, when you're doing these restoration projects, you can do that much work in a day that to somebody else it looks like you've not done anything, you know, because you don't see a lot of progress. So like I said, you know, I'm going to fit these bits of skirting board on because it attracts the eye. They come in and go, oh yeah, oh, the skirting boards are all done, you know what I mean? So it makes them feel a bit happier, for, you know, when they get me bill. My inboards, you know what I mean? So yeah, it makes them feel a bit happier because realistically all I've done is rub the walls down, ready for filling, finish the plastering off, although I'll give you a close up in a minute. There was a lot of plastering to finish and I'm not the fastest in the world, you know, and you know, so if I didn't put the skirting on, you know, it looks like you ain't done a lot, even though you have been at it all bloody day, and I've not had much break, to be honest. So let me finish this skirting board, finish the bits and at the back because I want to get it on, and I'll show you what's going on with the rest of the room. Right guys, it's 3 o'clock and it's time for my latte coffee. Jesus. I tell you what, I've been running around all bloody day. I've earned my money today. I just haven't stopped. But anyway, as you can probably see, plaster's starting to dry out nicely now. As I said before, prepped all the walls down, and I've actually near enough got skirting boards like glued to the wall. I've just got one bit down there I need to recut, so I'll fix that on tomorrow. And then you know, like I say, I'm not a plasterer, so I'll just rub the plasterwork down a bit, make sure, you know, it's nice and smooth. That's the good thing about being a decorator at the end of the day, and even if you can't get your plastering spot on, you can just get a bit of a rub down and a bit of fine surface filling when you've put a bit of a mist coat or a base coat on it. You know, you can just give it a little bit of an extra fill, can't you? So it's a bit of a bonus being a painter and decorator, although some would beg to differ on that. But so yeah, I'll just give you a bit of a close up of it now, because it's a bit difficult to see it from that far away, isn't it? You know what I mean? Quite far away. I'm not going to spend too long about it because I want to drink my latte coffee. Right. So let me give you a bit of a close up anyway. Right. Right, I'll just turn that light off, otherwise you ain't going to see that. That's plaster work on that section there. Ooh. So yeah, plastered all that today, plastered that ceiling, plastered that bit there, and plastered all that behind that little cistern there behind the toilet. Glued the skirting board on there. You know, that's an older bit of a skirting board, bit weathered that one, and I had to buy some extra for that. That bit in that right hand corner there, I've got to recut that, because obviously that's not good enough like that, is it? But like now I know where it's got to be cut. So, and glued that back there. I think they're going to need no carpet in here, to be honest, because where them tiles were, you know, honestly, where them tiles were, it's short of a bit of a carpet there. But yeah, all the walls are prepped down, but I've got to go over them with a bit of easy fill, you know, and get some of it, especially down where that tiles were. That's about knackered, that is. And I weren't going to skim it because I'm not very good at it, but, at least I admit it. And that's all prepped down, bit of filling to be done around there, as you can see. A bit of filling done around that window. So yeah, that's basically done quite a bit today. Prepped the walls, finished the plastering off, got most of the skirting board on. So, you know, I'm getting there now, but bloody hell, day 3. I'm on day 4 tomorrow. I want to get all that plaster work coated up and fine surface filled. So yeah, until tomorrow. Sleep tight.